There's always a choice that we can make. There's always a choice we can make. Together, we can ease the pain.
Different ways.
Ari Ólafsson has won Songvakeppnin in Iceland, and he will sing at Eurovision 2018. We've now heard him perform this live in London, so I think we should talk about it. Are you ready? Let's do this! Yes, young Ari is still in the teens, and he slayed his way to Eurovision with a very Disney-esque inspirational power ballad all about peace. I think this shows off those vocals, and his vocals should be shown off. The guy can sing. He's going to come to London to study. Is it at the Royal Academy?
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
Really good school.
He's a proper talent, so this is very exciting. The song is perfect for Eurovision of 2003. I think it's a little dated. However, when he sings it, because he believes in it so much, it kind of makes me like it more than I did originally. Like, we saw him in London and he can sing. Like, this is, it's just, and he's very likable. You just want to, like, kind of squeeze his cheeks and say, do well, do well. I do find it a bit cheesy, you know, if only we could ease the pain, if only we could ease the pain. Look, I don't want to be mean. I'll say this is not my cup of tea. I think he performs this genre very well. I think it will struggle to get out of the semi-final because, you know, it's performing second. There's a lot of death where the producers often kind of, you know, stick songs. Who is it in Romania is second in the other semi-final, for instance. Angus.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like you say, it's funny you say Disney film sounding song because he looks a bit like a Disney prince. He's absolutely adorable. Yeah. He's got this little one hair. And like after Songvakeppnin, there was such an outpouring of negativity on all fronts about this. It was like he cried and everyone was mad. And I was like, that's sweet and endearing, and also like a healthy thing to show men that they can cry. That's a good thing. Everyone was mad about the song, and it's like, well, it's a song format that has done well at Eurovision since time immemorial. And also the vocal, everyone went for him over the big note, which was sort of seen as the redeeming grace. London Eurovision Party hit that note like twice in a row, so he can sing. It's really great. My issue, and the reason my score is what it is because it's not an Icelandic. I think the Icelandic version, people would have a lot less problems. It somehow loses a lot of the feeling, the emotion, the power that it has when it's translated into these kind of Eurovision cliche. There's always a choice we can make, there's always peace to be made, that kind of thing. So in that respect, like, that limits the song and holds it back. The message, he is a great performer, can sing very well, and send him back with something a bit more contemporary, maybe he'd do better, or an Icelandic. But I love him. I think he's sweet and really great and can sing very well. So maybe the juries will like that.
I think that he will. I kind of compare him a lot to Brendan Murray from Ireland, where we were saying a lot then. It's like, oh, there will be people you'll think, oh, he's adorable, let's vote for him. But at the same time, you know, younger girls are probably going to look at him and look at Miklas Josef and say, I'm going to vote for Miklas and all this. There's always there's an issue where there's always going to be somebody who does something a little.
Choice to be made.
There is always a choice, and I think people will choose things other than Iceland. Unfortunately, here's the thing. It is a very, very well-meaning song. It's very well-meaning. I really appreciate the message behind it, but because it's been translated into these English lyrics, I don't know whether it was first written in English or in Icelandic, but the English, it's just so painful. There's the fact that it's like, there's always a choice we can make. There's always a choice we can make to help. It's just so, like, basic songwriting, it feels like. And there is good meaning behind it, but that doesn't always hide the fact that to a native language English speaker, that's going to sound really weird and off-putting. However, if it's that simple, will that mean it'll appeal to non-native language English speakers? Yeah, I don't know. I think that he's lovely. I think that the entire thing is very lovely, but lovely just doesn't cut it, unfortunately,
Yeah.
Eurovision. Again, Brendan Murray was last year's example of that.
Lovely,
and time before, over the last few years, that's been proven that lovely and heartwarming doesn't necessarily... We found out with OG, Europe doesn't have a heart, so...
Yeah. In any case, it's time to go around and give our scores out of 10 along with a prediction. I'll kick this off. Beautiful voice, great look. I'm sure they'll give it good staging, but unfortunately this feels like a 1980s charity single. Yes, that is many decades removed. I think the fact that it's in English, it's a bit cringe because those phrases are so cliche to us as native English speakers. And if it was in Icelandic, it wouldn't be a problem. It would be quite lovely because actually in the semifinal, like, you know, it sounded great. And I wasn't as opposed to this. Yeah. But again, he is wonderful and he is fantastic and he will give a great performance. And I wish him luck. My score is a 2.
So I will say for mine that were at the Icelandic version, it will be double this, but it is a 3.5 out of 10. Because, yeah, like the song is hopelessly dated in terms of message. I actually think the music, the composition itself is pretty good as a standard. Yeah. But I mean, at least going in his favour where Svala was maybe a bit kind of aggressive and intimidating, he's cute and lovely.
I prefer this to Svala.
The camera loves him.
Really? Yes.
And I mean, I think some of the problems Iceland has had has either been like tentative performers, you look at Maria Olavs, or 2016 Greta Salome, not that much connection with the camera. He connects with the camera, so maybe that was the problem and this will turn it around.
I do think, like, I've always loved the Icelandic entries before Eurovision, and then we've got to it, and then they've completely dropped the ball. At the moment, this is a 3 for me. But I would say London Eurovision, I would probably maybe have raised that by a point or so now. But I think that the issue is I keep finding excuses for the song and things like this, like, oh, he's lovely, oh, there's this, oh, there's that. And at the end of the day, like, if you've got to kill a song, you don't need that kind of stuff. So I just think that, unfortunately, it's really lacking. And I feel sorry for Iceland. Again, I really, really want to see them doing well at Eurovision. Want to see them back in the final, but I don't think it's this yet, especially not in that first semi-final.
Semi-final of death. It's a bloodbath. I mean, easing the pain is not going to do it. You got to get a bazooka and get ready to slay, because this is going to be intense. In any case, we are not the only bloggers, Wiwi bloggers. There are dozens of them all over the world. Millions if you just look at bloggers. In any case, they've given their scores, and the overall global average is 3.83.
Ooh, that's low. Yeah, that's very low.
Very few of our averages are below a 5.
Yeah, I mean, below a 4 is not good.
Yeah.
I think honestly, it's almost understandable. I do think if it was an Icelandic, this would be higher across the board.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Agree.
Well, that's what we think. What do you think? Do you need another song to ease the pain? Let us know here on Wiwi Blogs.
Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification bell.
And we know you have a choice, but we would love it if you were to like the video, leave a comment down below, follow us on social media, buy our t-shirts, and visit wiwibloggs.com.
And let us know what you rate the song out of a 10. We'll see you later. Bye!